course, as now at this point, and also for the family that's listening, how are you feeling today? This is no doubt a very difficult 3 months, specifically for family members.
We're disappointed and we're disgusted.
Heartbroken.
Totally disgusted.
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 I'll let Renee make a few statements.
We're totally disgusted with the outcome. We know that they're hiding things and they're not mentioning certain things that happen, and it's not right. It's unjust, and we're not okay with it, and we don't believe them, and that's our true beliefs, and they're saving their so.
What do you have to say to the dozens of community members who've shown up here today?
I want to say thank you, and honestly, they just know that they can feel our pain. They're not okay with it. We're not okay with the way that the system works. We're not okay with it. Nobody is. And I don't know why you guys can't see it that way, but we see it that way. And it's unjust. And it seems like everybody's not getting justice for what they deserve. You know, what happened to my sister shouldn't have happened to her, but it did. So people need to be held accountable for their actions, but they're not. And that's a problem, a big problem. But we can't do anything about it because who are we? Right? Just like that SIU came out, they're cleared, of course. Not surprised. My name's Renee, I'm Regis' sister. Korchinski. Thank you very much.
And I will say on behalf of the Korchinski-Paquet family that they appreciate the outpouring of support from the community. Without the community support, a lot of the actions that the family was able to take.
It's Korchinski-Paquet.
Regis Korchinski-Paquet. Say her name.
Regis Korchinski-Paquet.
Say her name.
Regis Korchinski-Paquet.
I just want to say
Ken.
And in closing, family wants to thank you, everybody, for their support. Without the community support, they would not have the ability to fight this. There are many other people out there, DeAndre Campbell, Jamal Francique, Ijaz Chowdhury, Andrew Loku, Jermaine Carby, Lester Donaldson, Hugh Lawson. There are many people who have suffered through tragedies like this and they have not been able to get support. And they thank everybody, the media, the supporters, and the community for the support.
I have received this afternoon the Special Investigations Unit report into the deaths of Ms. Regis Korchinski-Paquet. As detailed in the SIU's release today, multiple urgent calls were made to 911 seeking assistance for a domestic disturbance involving an assault, weapons, and multiple people. As it was a priority call for emergency response, the Toronto Police Service were dispatched and arrived within minutes. Toronto paramedics were also present. What happened next was the subject of the SIU's investigation. The Toronto Police Service and each of the officers involved in this tragic incident participated fully in the SIU's investigation. The service had also publicly urged any witnesses to contact the SIU to ensure all information was available to the independent investigation. As they outlined today, the SIU has cleared our officers of wrongdoing and determined that they acted appropriately and within the law. The trust of the public is of paramount importance to us as a police service. As such, it is very important that the full timeline and the facts from all sides have been released and the details of a very volatile scene to which the officers arrived and tried to manage are now available. Our officers are highly trained to deal with intense, dynamic situations, and they acted professionally and followed their training to the best of their abilities and in the interests of a family that was in distress. Although our officers were cleared, a finding that I fully stand behind, there is a no-win in this tragic situation for anyone. A young woman lost her life. Her family lost their daughter, sister, and cousin, and the service again offers its deepest sympathies. This is a profound event for the officers involved and for the Toronto Police Service. There are significant and profound impacts to officers when they attend calls of this nature that go badly. When officers decide to join this profession, they do it because it's a helpful profession. And sometimes we go to calls that have tragic consequences, and the officers will walk away asking themselves questions that have the deep questions that cause pain that they must confront as well. So we need to understand all the dimensions that are involved in a tragedy such as this, so that the healing, the learning, and the moving forward can continue. Sometimes there's just simply no individual that can be faulted for the occurrence or the tragedy that has happened. It's just a tragic set of circumstances that we must endeavor to try to prevent again by learning from it. At this stage, in accordance with the Police Services Act, the Toronto Police Service must conduct its own review into this incident, what's commonly referred to as a Section 11 report. I want to assure our communities that the service's Section 11 review will include an impartial, unbiased review of our policies and conduct in this case. I have been having discussions to have a mental health professional assist in this review. Our report will be submitted to the Toronto Police Services Board upon completion. I want to close by acknowledging the officers involved. They acted professionally, were empathetic, and accountable, and they responded in accordance with their training. And I also want to again convey our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Ms. Regis Korchinski-Paquet.